And thank you, everyone, for also being on the call, for joining us. And we're going to have a great time. So are you ready for 2014? Wherever you are, I want you to scream, yay! Because I am excited. Because 2014 is going to be a year of great and big things happening. And once you unleash your greatness, that is when the real work or journey starts. Why? Because growth always requires movement, and movement requires tension. So a mantra or phrase that you need to constantly remind yourself in 2014 are these three words: keep pushing forward, or KPF for short. It is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be a smooth ride or easy, but I promise you that it will all be worth it at the end. You will be fulfilled and happy. One of my favorite quotes is by Dr. Martin Luther King. Back in his day, he had a keep pushing forward mantra going on. One of his quotes, he says, hello?
I haven't looked yet. I'm going to look. If I'm not going to see noise. Yeah, but I'm going to look.
Can you please mute your phone, please? Press star 6. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
So one of my favorite quotes is by Dr. Martin Luther King. Back in his day, he had a keep pushing forward mantra going on. In his quote, he said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving, pushing forward. Life is like a bicycle. In order to keep your balance, you have to constantly keep pushing forward to achieve your dreams, your goals, start your business, go to school, write a book, or revive your marriage. You won't be able to achieve any of these if you get comfortable and do nothing, as Lovina said earlier. So tonight, I am going to share with you 3 people that you need in 2014 that will help you to keep pushing forward once you unleash your greatness. The first person is you have to connect to a superpower. And for me, as a Christian, my superpower is God. Because God gives us the strength and the energy we need to face our daily challenges. And through God, he grants us the grace. And grace is favor, it's free, and it's undeserving help. So God gives us the divine assistance to go through life challenges. You might feel God has deserted you because you cannot trace him in the storms. But trust him, since he's working behind the scenes. Usually, the enemy will make you fearful. I don't wake up every morning feeling I can do everything or I can conquer the world. Fear creeps up on everyone. Every successful person will tell you that they get afraid when they are starting new projects and they get intimidated. But I have good news for you, because God assures us in his word that my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. So his grace will see you through the storms. And also the next thing that being connected to a superpower that you have is faith. Faith is a strong belief in something without proof or evidence. The Bible tells us that now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So at the end of the day, when you are weary from all of the effort, doing your best, you have expended your energy, you are tired, you are weary from being hit hard by setbacks, the one thing that tells you to keep pushing forward is your faith. Faith gives you energy and hope. And if you let it, your faith will deliver you to wherever you want to go in life. It is tough to have faith when everything is going wrong. But when you stand strong and keep pushing forward, the impossible becomes possible. When you feed your faith, your doubts will starve to death. I'm going to repeat that. When you feed your faith, your doubts will starve to death. So being connected to a superpower, which is God for me, enables me to face life challenges. Grace and having faith is like having gas in your car. Without it, you cannot drive your car. So this is very, very key. The next person that you need that will help you to keep pushing forward is very, very unique, very critical. This person is your lifeline. You cannot live without this person. Trust me, you cannot live without this person. And you know this person. Can you guess who this person is? Can you guess who this person is? This person is no other than yourself, you. Believe you are worthy, you are smart, and you have greatness within you to succeed in life. Whatever is your goal, your dream, or desire, you are worthy of achieving it. The closer you get to it is when the enemy of your soul begins putting doubt and fear in your mind by playing the self-limiting tapes that says you are not worthy, you are dumb, you are not beautiful, you are not smart. Isn't it weird how we can really talk our own self down? For so many years, I was very good at doing this to myself. Therefore, when I heard any negativity, it added to the negativity that I have already said to myself. How can you change the self-negative thoughts in 2014? You have to replace with positive thoughts that contain the truth and power. That you have greatness. That you can unleash your greatness and live your life on this planet and leave a legacy. And you have to learn how to push and fight yourself because no one is going to do it for you. I like this quote by Les Brown, which says, life is a fight for territory. Once you stop fighting for what you don't want automatically takes place. I'm going to repeat this. Life is a fight for territory. Once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want automatically takes place. So therefore, you have to develop a relentless, fearless, tenacious attitude to keep fighting for what you want. I remember, I'm going to share the story with you. In 2011, I had a lawsuit. A friend I helped to live with me in my house, and later on she was doing things I didn't like, so I asked her to move out. And later on she filed a lawsuit against me that I had taken a couple of her stuff. So when I got the warrant, I did not really take it serious, and I was planning to travel to Africa. So definitely when I got back from Africa, I received a mail from the court for a garnishment on my income. A garnishment is an order which means that the court has ordered your employer to pay your salary to whoever that you owe after the court verdict. So this garnishment was in the amount of $7,000. Ladies, I was so depressed, frustrated, angry, and I cried for almost like a whole week. $7,000, maybe not a lot of money to you, but for me, I could do a lot with $7,000. And to think about someone that had helped to write to me for my income to be garnished $7,000 was a very crazy time in my life. So I consulted 3 law firms if they could help me to represent me in court so that we can overturn the ruling. All the law firms that I approached told me that they were sorry, but in Virginia, once a garnishment case has been ruled, there is no way that a judge is going to overturn a ruling. I begged these lawyers that I will pay you any money just to help me, at least to take this out, to take this garnishment of $7,000, even if I'll pay you any amount. And they said, no, we cannot help you. So after a whole week of crying and self-pity, by God's wisdom, He gave me the insight, and I went on the internet and I started researching. And while I was online, I found an article which talked about motion to vacate judgment. Ladies, I have no law background. I don't know any legal thing. I didn't even know what that meant. But I said to myself, you know what? Tomorrow morning, I am going to go to the courthouse and ask them if that I want to file a motion to vacate judgment. So the next day, what did I do? Myself. I trusted myself. I believed in myself. And I kept pushing forward. I went to the courthouse. I went to the reception desk, and I told them, this is what I have, but I want to file a motion to vacate judgment. The lady looked at me like I was stupid. And she said, ma'am, the judge has already ruled the case. And I said, I know that because that week my income did not come to me. It went directly to this lady's account. So I told her, I still want to try. I still want to file this motion to vacate judgment. So she gave me the paperwork, and I filed it. And then I got a letter to appear in court to represent myself. And the day came, and unfortunately, during that time, my husband was out of the country. I had 2 friends who had promised that they were going to go to court with me. As the time got closer, and I called them, what happened? They told me they were sorry. They have to work. They gave me excuses. So here I was all by myself. Was it easy? No, because I have never had any court issues before. So I was frightened, but I had nothing to do, but I knew that I had me. I had to go to court, and I had to fight this by myself. So I went to court, and I presented my case to the judge. She listened to me. It took almost like an hour, and the other lady also said her stories, her lies. And at the end of the day, the judge said she was going to return the case and rule in my favor and cancel the garnishment order. Ladies and gentlemen, I felt like I was in outer space. I just couldn't believe this. I just couldn't believe it. What if I hadn't tried? What if I hadn't pushed forward? What if I hadn't believed in myself? What if I hadn't trusted myself when all the 3 lawyers told me that I didn't have any chance at this? $7,000 would have gone down the drain to someone who was evil. And the garnishment case was overturned. Anytime I share this story, trust me, I do the happy and victory dance, which I'm doing that right now, because seriously, I can't even believe how I got out of this. But I'm sharing this story to let you know that you have yourself, and you have to trust yourself on this journey whilst you are pushing forward. The third person or people that you need to help you push forward is your inner circle. And what do I mean by inner circle? Inner circle are people who will inspire, who will support, who will encourage you to reach your fullest potential. These people will provide you with objective, honest, and unbiased feedback. And these people can be your pastors, your mentors, your coaches, and friends who share similar dreams and goals with you. Unfortunately, the people or the friends and family who are close to us may not always be the best choice to help you work through your pain or to achieve your goals and dreams. It may even prove difficult to fully open up about your deepest pain, or it may be hard for them to step back far enough to help you through it. So you need an objective and honest feedback, ideas and suggestions, which you cannot rely on family and friends, especially the jealous and negative ones. I know you all know what I'm talking about. Have you had an experience where you're having a bad day that you call the friend on the phone, and instead of them helping or encouraging you, they rather made you feel bad at the end of the conversation? Have you been there? I guess you all can relate to it. So therefore, where God is taking you, not everyone can come along on the journey with you. It's a fact. Toxic and negative relationships have to end. You have to surround yourself with OPQ, which is only quality people. You can love some people in your heart, but you can't keep them in your life. So one of the inner circle, one of the people that you need in your inner circle, which Lavina talked a bit about, is a coach. And ladies, I'm not talking about the handbag coach. I know we all love it, but I'm talking about a coach as a person. And I want to talk more about this because it's quite foreign in our African community, because people don't see the need or importance of having a coach, because they feel that, you know what, I can talk to my friend, I can talk to my family member. But you should bear in mind that successful people like Bill Gates, even the president, employs coaches to help keep their goals on course. Sport athletes like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, as much as they are talented, they are still coached in order to be outstanding, to be on their top game. So a coach will help you to see a new point of view and push forward towards your greatness. Because when you are in the mirror, all you see is you. A coach wears different hats. A coach is an advisor, is a sounding board, is a cheerleader, and a strategist. Having a coach in your life takes you from ordinary to extraordinary. Some of the benefits of having a coach is a coach will help you to clarify your vision of what you want out of life and to take action to achieve this vision. A coach will encourage and motivate you towards self-improvement, balancing your life, discover innovative ways of doing things more effortlessly. A coach will assist you to identify specific goals and then reach those goals faster and with ease. And a coach will help you to avoid mistakes and pitfalls on the journey to success in life, and you'll be able to attain faster results towards your dreams and goals. So I encourage you to invest in yourself by having a coach to help you navigate through the journey of success and maintain your momentum as you unleash your greatness. So to unleash your greatness and stay on track in 2014, you need to connect with a superpower. You need to believe and trust yourself. And you need to create and have an inner circle. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Amelia Ajay, encouraging you to keep pushing forward in 2014. Don't stop, don't quit, and don't give up on yourself and your dreams, because victory is near. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening to me. Stay blessed.